Hello, namaskar. Welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chamanak and here's my take. What if the world's next geopolitical alliance isn't built with warship or trade deal but with a digital infrastructure? Here's the number worth your attention. India's unified payment interface has processed over 18 billion transactions in a single month, making it the world's largest real-time payment ecosystem. But Indonesia isn't just interested in UPI. It is looking at something much bigger, the architecture behind India's digital governance, and that changes the conversation from just payment to power. Here's what evidence speaks about. Indonesia is preparing to deepen its digital partnership with India during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit. But headline is not simply the cross-border payments. The real story is Indonesia is studying India's entire digital infrastructure model. From digital identity and payment trails to agricultural platforms, public distribution system, healthcare delivery, nutrition program, and open digital commerce. The proposed UPI-QRIS linkage will make the transaction easier between two countries, but beneath that financial layer lies a strategic objective. Indonesia wants to build its own sovereign digital ecosystem using India's governance blueprint rather than depending entirely on the Western technology or Chinese digital ecosystem. This is no longer just a technological collaboration or cooperation, it is an institutional cooperation. Now the question arises, why is this important? For decades, nation exported goods. Today they are beginning to export the governance model. India's digital public infrastructure has evolved into one of most valuable geopolitical asset because it offers a developing nation an alternative that is scalable, affordable, and nationally controlled. For Indonesia, the largest economy in Southeast Asia, adopting elements of India could strengthen its financial inclusion, modernize its public service, improve the healthcare delivery, and create a digital commerce across millions of citizens. Strategically, this also strengthens India's influence across ASEAN. Unlike the traditional diplomacy based on military alliances or infrastructure alone, India is increasingly exporting digital trust. This is the difference of soft power, one that becomes embedded inside how government function every single day. As more countries started adopting similar standard, India gains not just economic opportunities but long-term geopolitical relevance in shaping the rules of digital world. Now let's look at the bigger picture. The global competition is no longer limited to semiconductor or artificial intelligence. It is becoming competition over whose digital institution the world chooses to build upon. The United States leads in the private technology, China exports the digital infrastructure. India is now positioning itself as an exporter of public digital infrastructure. And that distinction could redefine influence across global south over the coming decades. Now here's my take. When the countries begin importing another nation's governance architecture, it is not just the product, they are making a strategic choice about future they want to build. Indonesia's interest in India's digital blueprint is not merely a technological partnership, it is the evidence that India's greatest export may no longer be software engineers or IT services, it may be the operating system of the modern state itself. That's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.